Different management strategies can be used to protect coastlines from the effects of physical processes. In this video we are looking at the costs and benefits of hard engineering methods. Hard engineering is the use of concrete and large artificial structures to defend land against natural erosion processes. It includes sea walls, rock armour, gabions, groynes and revetments. When we talk about the cost of a hard engineering method, we mean more than the amount of money spent to build it. We also need to consider social and environmental costs, as well as wider economic costs. It is the same when we consider the benefits of a scheme. You may want to pause the video here and draw a table like this to make notes as you watch the video. Probably the most recognisable example of hard engineering is a sea wall. A sea wall is a stone or concrete wall which aims to prevent erosion of the coast by providing a barrier, which reflects wave energy and prevents flooding. Sea walls are extremely effective at stopping the sea. They often create a walkway that allows people to move between places and enjoy sea views. They reduce the risk of damage behind the sea wall, making residents and local businesses feel more secure. However, they can look obtrusive and unnatural. They are very expensive and have high maintenance costs. They can also create a strong backwash, which erodes under the wall and removes sand from beaches. Groynes are rock or timber structures built at right angles to the beach, which trap sediment moved by longshore drift and enlarge the beach. Wide beaches slow the waves, reduce erosion and protect against cliff erosion. They also provide an important tourist amenity. However, by trapping sediment it deprives another area, down drift, of new beach material, making the beaches narrower. A narrower beach doesn't protect the coast as well, leading to greater erosion. The problem is therefore shifted rather than solved. Groynes also act as a barrier to people walking along the beach. They are not too expensive in comparison to some other hard engineering methods. However, they are unnatural, and rock groynes are particularly unattractive. Gabions are steel wire mesh cages filled with boulders used to support a cliff and provide a buffer against the sea. As water enters the cages, it absorbs and dissipates some of the wave's energy, thus reducing the rate of erosion. They are cheap to produce and can improve cliff drainage. Although unnatural at first, they eventually become vegetated and merge into the landscape. Unfortunately, cages can corrode within 5 to 10 years and collapse, leaving a hazard to people and wildlife. Rock armour, also known as riprap, is piles of large boulders placed on a beach at the foot of a cliff. The rocks absorb wave energy and protect a cliff or other hard engineering structure, such as a sea wall. An advantage is that they are relatively cheap and easy to maintain, and they can add interest to the coast. However, the rocks are often from elsewhere and don't fit in with the local geology. It is also expensive to transport the rock, and rock armour can be obtrusive. Boulders can be moved around by strong waves, and driftwood and litter often becomes trapped in the structure. Access to a beach may become more difficult for people, and rock armour often covers vast areas of a beach. Revetments are sloping structures made of wood, concrete or rock which run along the top of the beach parallel to the cliff. They absorb the wave's energy and reduce erosional impact on the coast. Revetments are a cheaper alternative to sea walls and are also less detrimental to beach levels, because they reduce beach scour by dissipating wave energy rather than reflecting it. Often sand, shingle and pebbles are carried through or over the structure and deposited behind. This creates a build-up of beach at the base of the cliff, helping to protect further against erosion. One downside is that revetments are dependent on beach levels to keep the structure from being exposed. They can look ugly and restrict access to a beach. There are also potentially high maintenance costs. These revetments were being repaired at the time of filming. There is a follow-up video looking at the costs and benefits of soft engineering methods. Thank you for watching.